Is Google finally delivering the ultimate battery upgrade for its budget-friendly Pixel lineup? The upcoming Pixel 9a is rumored to launch on March 19, with sales beating on March 26. It is expected to stick to the winning formula of previous models, offering great value with a refined design, the latest Tensor chipset, and an improved overall experience. But the biggest question remains: how much better will the battery life be? Leaks suggest that the Pixel 9a will feature a massive 5,100 mAh battery. This is a huge step up from the Pixel 7a and Pixel 8a, which had batteries of 4,385 mAh and 4,492 mAh, respectively. Even the standard Pixel 9 has a smaller 4,700 mAh battery. The only current generation Pixel of this similar capacity is the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which comes with a 5,060 mAh battery. If these rumors are accurate, the Pixel 9a might set a new benchmark for battery life in Google's lineup. What makes this potential upgrade even more exciting is the possibility of new battery technology. In recent years, phone manufacturers like OnePlus, Vivo, and Honor have adopted lithium silicon battery technology, which allows for greater energy density without increasing the size. If Google is experimenting with similar advancements, the Pixel 9a could achieve longer battery life without making the phone significantly thicker or heavier. While it's not confirmed whether Google will use this technology, the possibility alone makes the Pixel 9a even more interesting. Battery life, however, is influenced by more than just battery size. The efficiency of the processor also plays a crucial role. The Pixel 9a is expected to come with Google's latest Tensor G4 chipset, which could bring improved power management. If the chipset optimizes battery usage well, the Pixel 9a could last even longer on a single charge. This combination of a larger battery and a more efficient processor could give users an all-day experience without worrying about running out of power. But while the battery capacity is getting a major boost, charging speeds might remain unchanged. Reports suggest that the Pixel 9a will retain the same 18-watt wired charging and 7.5-watt wireless charging as previous models. For a phone with a 5,100 mAh battery, that means a full charge could take close to 2 hours. For comparison, the Pixel 8, it takes approximately 1 hour and 46 minutes to charge fully, while the Pixel 7 requires about 2 hours. Faster charging speeds would have been a welcome upgrade, especially considering that many competitors now offer significantly higher charging rates. However, Google seems to be sticking with its standard charging speeds for the Pixel 9a. Despite the slow charging, the real highlight is the potential for extended battery life. A larger battery means fewer worries about needing a charger throughout the day. If Google optimizes the software well, the Pixel 9a could outperform other phones in its category when it comes to endurance. This makes it an attractive option for those who prioritize battery longevity over fast charging.
What would you do if the cost of your iPhone, Apple Watch, or iPad suddenly went up? Well, that might soon be a reality for many people in the United States. Starting tomorrow, February 1st, Apple could be forced to raise its prices on a range of products, including iPhones, iPads, Apple Watches, and other tech devices. This could impact millions of people who rely on these gadgets. But what's causing this potential price hike? Let's break it down. Our report released today reveals that President Donald Trump is about to announce a major shift in U.S. trade policy. Starting tomorrow, a 25% tariff will be imposed on imports from Canada and Mexico, and a 10% tariff will hit Chinese imports. A tariff is essentially a tax on products that come into the country. This tax isn't paid by the countries exporting the goods, but by the companies bringing those goods into the U.S. The companies importing these products can either eat the extra cost, which means their profits will shrink, or they can raise the price of their products. In the case of Apple, it seems that raising prices is the most likely option. So what does this mean for consumers? If Apple increases its prices due to the new tariffs, U.S. customers will have to pay more for their favorite tech devices. For example, the next iPhone could be more expensive, as well as products like the iPad or Apple Watch. But it's not just Apple that will feel the effects. Other tech companies that rely on imports from China will be impacted too. But let's focus on Apple for a moment, since it's one of the biggest companies affected by this change. The tariffs will take effect on February 1st, and as of now, there's no clear word on whether certain products or companies might be exempt from these tariffs. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt confirmed that more details will be shared tomorrow. According to her, these tariffs are part of fulfilling a promise made by President Trump regarding the protection of American interests. Now, you might be wondering, how does this affect countries like China, Canada, and Mexico? It's important to note that the countries being hit with these tariffs do not directly pay them. Instead, the cost gets passed on to U.S. consumers. So while China, Canada, and Mexico might face some pressure from these new tariffs, it's the U.S. buyers who will end up paying more for goods coming from these countries. This is especially important in the tech industry, where Apple and other companies depend on overseas manufacturing, particularly in China. If U.S. consumers decide they're not willing to pay the higher prices for products made in China, they might start looking for alternatives from other countries that aren't subject to these tariffs. This could put even more pressure on businesses in China, Mexico, and Canada as people turn to products from other places that remain unaffected by these tariffs. But let's get back to Apple for a second. In the past, Apple was able to avoid the tariffs that were proposed during Trump's first term. CEO Tim Cook worked hard to convince the president that imposing tariffs on iPhones would hurt Apple, a major American company, by making its products more expensive and less competitive compared to rivals like Samsung, which manufactures its phones in South Korea. Thanks to Cook's efforts, Apple avoided tariffs on iPhones during Trump's first term. However, things might not be the same this time around. Even though Cook has met with Trump several times since the 2024 election and personally donated $1 million for Trump's inauguration, it's unclear whether Trump will keep the same stance this time. Did you know Samsung is finally making one of its most powerful customization tools available to everyone? For nearly 9 years, Good Lock has been limited to specific countries, leaving many Galaxy users without access to its incredible features. But with the launch of One UI 7, that's about to change. Samsung has confirmed that Good Lock will finally be available worldwide. And if you love personalizing your smartphone, this is something you should be excited about. So what makes Good Lock special? Unlike basic customization tools, Good Lock gives you complete control over the look and feel of your device. You're not just changing wallpapers or themes, you're customizing almost every part of the user interface to make your phone feel truly unique. One of its standout features is the ability to create a custom color palette. While Samsung already allows some color adjustments, Good Lock takes it to the next level. You can fine-tune individual colors, adjust saturation levels, and completely change how your phone looks. Whether you prefer a bold, vibrant theme or a more subtle and elegant design, you can achieve it with just a few taps. But that's not all. Good Lock also lets you modify your keyboard style, effects, and even the sounds it makes while typing. If you want a completely new typing experience, this app lets you choose from multiple keyboard layouts and add fun effects when you press the keys. It's a small change, but it makes a huge difference in how your phone feels. The navigation bar is another area where Good Lock shines. Normally, you're stuck with Samsung's default navigation buttons, but with this app, you can add extra buttons, change their shapes, adjust their transparency, and even rearrange them to suit your preference. This is perfect for users who want more control over how they interact with their devices. Notifications also get an upgrade. Instead of the standard pop-ups, you can add fun effects that make notifications stand out. Whether you want a subtle glow or a more eye-catching animation, Good Lock lets you tweak these settings to match your style. For years, this level of customization was only available in certain countries, including the United States, Canada, Germany, India, and a few others. Many users had to rely on workarounds or third-party apps to access Good Lock, but that won't be necessary anymore. Once One UI 7 rolls out, Good Lock will be available worldwide, and you'll be able to download it directly from the Play Store without any restrictions. This is a big step forward for Samsung, and it puts them ahead of Apple when it comes to customization. While iPhone users have only recently gained the ability to change lock screen designs and some minor elements, Good Lock gives Galaxy users complete freedom to personalize their devices in ways that Apple simply doesn't offer. However, there's still one question left unanswered. When exactly will Good Lock be available worldwide? Samsung hasn't provided a specific date, but we do know that One UI 7 is expected to be fully released by the end of March. It's likely that Good Lock will follow shortly after, though we may have to wait for an official announcement from Samsung. If you're someone who loves making your phone truly yours, this is an update you won't want to miss. The ability to customize colors, icons, navigation, notifications, and more makes Good Lock one of the most powerful tools Samsung has ever released. What are your thoughts on this update? Are you excited to try Good Lock for yourself? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on